everybody. My name is Anne. I am a member of English club from Waterloo, and today I will tell you some information about my school, its location, and eco problems that it has. I'm studying at Theoretical Lyceum Mikhail Lomonosov, which was founded in 1959. My school is located away from the road in a residential area. As any other residential area of the city, there are various environmental problems. The most common are air pollution due to a large amount of traffic, soil pollution by throwing garbage in the wrong places. This adds enormous amount of greenhouse gases to those naturally occurring in atmosphere, increasing the greenhouse effect and global warming. We can't resolve all the problems, but we are doing everything we can. Students of our school, together with teachers, actively care for maintaining the cleanliness of the environment. Every Saturday, our school volunteers help our nature. As Satya Nani says, a little progress each day adds up to big results.
Climate change is a change in Earth's climate. This can be a change in Earth's usual temperature, or it could be a change in where rain and snow usually fall on Earth. To understand how climate change works, you need to know that weather can change in just a few hours, while climate takes hundreds or even millions of years to change. That is why Earth's temperature has gone up about 1 degree Fahrenheit in the last 100 years. Today, I'm going to focus on some of the reasons that lead to climate change. The Earth's climate can change both because of the things that naturally occur. The sun can send out more or less energy, oceans can change, and volcanoes can erupt, and of course because of the things people do. Beginning with driving cars, heating and cooling their houses, cooking food, getting energy by burning coal, oil and gas, and ending with some more gruesome actions, including deforestation, which is the action, the practice of clearing a wide area of trees, of cutting down forests and leaving behind vast open wastelands. Currently, humans are cutting down trees at a rate of 36 football pitches per minute. The main causes of deforestation can be classified into 3 categories. Industrial uses, chopping down the forests to build factories or residential areas or agricultural plantations, and livestock. Overall, the reasons for deforestation are summed up in corruption, greed, and the needs of big businesses with the help of the timber. Deforestation could be anything from illegal squatting to massive industrial scale deforestation where they bring a lot of advanced technology that can kill the trees in a very short amount of time. Today, the forests of the Carpathians are being decimated at a faster rate than the Amazon jungle. If the current rate of deforestation continues, we will lose our national heritage forever. So how does deforestation affect our climate? When we cut down trees, the carbon dioxide is no longer absorbed and it stays in the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide acts like a greenhouse gas by absorbing and re-emitting radiation back down to Earth. The local cooling effect is called the albedo. That's why forest territory will absorb the lights emitted by the sun and the bare surface will emit light. Last but not least are precipitation patterns. The cycle of the trees absorbing water from the rain and losing it back through transpiration is disrupted when deforestation occurs. When it rains, there are no trees left to uptake the water, so most of the fallen rain collects and moves off the surface as runoff, which means that little water is left to be evaporated, which leads to the smaller contributions to the formation of clouds and rain.
Landfills are sites designated for dumping rubbish garbage, or other sorts of solid wastes. Landfill is a common phenomenon around the world, especially due to the increased number of wastes from our homes, schools, offices, hospitals, and markets. About 2/3 of landfill waste contains biodegradable organic matter from households, business, and industry. As this material decomposes, it releases methane gas, which contributes to global warming. As a potent greenhouse gas, methane traps up to 20 times more heat in the atmosphere compared with carbon dioxide. According to the Romanian Ministry of Environment and Forests, the development of a landfill site means the loss of approximately 30 to 300 species per hectare. Changes also occur in local species, with some mammals and birds being replaced by species that feed on refuse, such as rats and crows. As rain falls on landfill sites, organic and inorganic constituents dissolve, forming highly toxic chemicals leaching into groundwater. If or when these noxious chemicals reach rivers or lakes, it could result in the death of aquatic life. The mixture of toxic substances and decaying organic material can impact the soil quality of the area surrounding the landfill site. This can compound the effects on biodiversity, as local vegetation may cease to grow and be permanently altered. Landfill sites impact the natural landscape. They stink, they are trashy looking, and become a bacteria breeding ground. Because of the increased environment surrounding landfills, disease becomes an issue with other adverse health effects, such as birth defects, cancer, and respiratory illnesses. As to our town, there is a landfill site on the way to the capital city, where our town authorities fetch all the rubbish collected. The picture is not that pleasant to watch, and it also causes soil pollution and degradation. Reaching groundwaters would mean that our main water body, River Dnistru, could be seriously contaminated. On top of that, the situation has already caused several disputes among the neighborhood officials. To this day, no improvements have been made.
Today, I will tell you about one of the consequences of climate change that took place in the city where I live. As you may remember, this summer began with rainy season. It rained almost every day, the soil couldn't absorb so much water, and trees whose roots could hold water were cut down. This contributed to the fact that in June the rivers of Moldova overflowed their banks. In some cities, there were very deplorable consequences. Since my city is located on the right side of the River Dnistru, we could observe this picture by ourselves. The level of the river was almost 17 meters.
Soil cannot be reproduced and is hard to regenerate. Privatization of land on Badlu Vodi created conditions ripe for soil erosion and other problems in agricultural management. Systematic survey of soil erosion completed in 2008 assessed more than 36% of farmland as eroded in some degree, with substantial consequences for crop fields, water resources, and the environment. The social and economic conditions that have furthered erosion in recent times have not been attended to, and there is passing for a nation soil monitoring process and program for soil conservation and improvement. One of the main environmental problems in our village is landslides. Unfortunately, our town doesn't take any measures to protect the townspeople. Landslides can harm not only the relative but also a person, since if they collapse, the consequences will be negative. Hello, today I'm going to tell you how to plant a pine cone. So, if you want to plant a whole pine cone, we need to have a pot of soil and plant half a pine cone in the soil. Dig in and pour some water, of course. You can dig in some soil, of course, but also we can plant some seeds on pine cone, but they have to be dry. And first of all, we fill pots or containers with soil, and it should be moist. And scatter the seeds over the surface and sprinkle them with a 1 centimeter layer of soil. You can watch it. And we have to wait for what will grow in a couple of months. Thank you.